Hi guys, welcome back to another video. We are joined with another sketchbook. So I've literally got two sketchbooks left of Poundland sketchbooks because these are from Poundland if anyone hadn't guessed. And then I can move on to my college sketchbooks, and also I've got my GCSE ones as well, which is quite exciting. And also any kind of build up to GCSE as well that I have. You can definitely tell, basically I went for the cheap sketchbooks during university, mostly because it was cheaper and I was on a budget constantly, whereas when I was in college and school I didn't have to pay for rent or do any of the lovely little bits that adult life brings you. So we're just going to crack on. So this is another drawing sketchbook, as you can clearly see from the large writing. And here we go. I feel like this is going to be either a continuation from first year's drawing subjects. Well, I mean, I've just realised that because it also has year 1 semester 1 on it. So this is continuation from week 14 into semester 2, which I believe started on the 25th of January according to this, because I remember I had 3 weeks off for Christmas, and I remember going home and I was like, oh my god, what do I do? I've got 3 weeks to do nothing, and it was lovely. Thinking back now to all the amount of time that you actually have off during university and maybe sixth form and school, it was amazing, and I do wish that it was the same circumstance as it was, well, to real life right now. Like, I am going a bit off tangent. My work, so I work full-time in retail and I work 39 hours a week, and that gives me 6 weeks and 2 days off. And comparing that to what you are at school, I feel like you're expected to learn. I mean, you've got all the half terms, so I'm going to say it's about 6 weeks, and then you've got another 6 weeks, and then also you have the weekends. I do have every other weekend and also a day off during each week, during each weekday, but it still doesn't make up the fact the amount of time that you have free to be able to socialise, to be able to actually live. It's not great. Hence why I want to move into self-employment. I wouldn't do it that extreme, because when it comes to work and self-employment, when I was at even when I was at university, even though I had all those weeks off, so the 6 weeks that you have during summer holidays, you have the week. I gave myself weekends off unless I had to work for a restaurant just to earn a bit more money on the side, just to keep myself busy and to remind myself of how much I need to get into the art world. And then also all the half terms and everything in between. But it's just a general push. But like I said, when I was at university, I made sure that I did do work and I did enjoy it, so it wasn't a chore. Whereas at the moment, I feel like this is very much a chore, and this is not what I want to do in my life, because it is just not what I want to do in my life. But rant over, carry on with the sketchbook, and we have some drawings of some people. Bring you a bit sideways. There we go. I always loved drawing people with a fine liner pen or just a normal biro pen. These very nervous marks just brought out a lot of character to what the hell they were doing. I remember doing these at the train station actually, because I used to travel a lot, go back and forth towards Cheltenham and Bristol and Bath, because it was a very quick way to get places. Oh, it was a lovely 30-second drawing. I think that's actually my university bed in my accommodation. And we've got a bit more of an in-depth one, so I feel like that's my desk in my room, and I've attached a drawing on top. I can't make out where it is. Maybe it's at home. Be interesting. So I did some photography. I've also got some more post-it notes. Good shapes and feeling of movement. Oh, from a 3D model. Oh, so it must have been the booklet that I wrecked. Got some more drawings. Some studies. Oh, must have been when we went to London. Some more drawings. These are from, I want to say these are actually from when I went to Berlin. Maybe? Did I go to Berlin in the first year? Yes, I did. I went to Berlin in the first year, so it must, yeah. Oh my god, memories coming back to me. Oh my god. So I took a week to Berlin with the university, and I remember coming back, and then 2 days later I went to Prague. It was such an amazing experience. Like, I wish I could travel so much and so often. It was only for like a week, like I said, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. Oh yeah, so it was either I went to Prague first or I went to Berlin first. I can't quite remember. And I've got some inspirations. I've always loved still life. I feel like, because I've got 2 boards, I don't know if I've mentioned this in my last video, I've got 2 MDF boards that I was given because someone sent some artwork back from a gallery. Not all of it sold, a couple of pieces sold, so hey ho. I feel like I should maybe do some flowers and do some fruit. Whatever that is, some fruit. So who's that? Monet. Some more drawings, ink studies. Yeah, this is Shouting Berlin. There was a very weird aura in Berlin of like silence when you're on the public transport. I think I was trying to replicate the silence. That's nice. They inking the colour. I think that's watercolour actually. These remind me of the mixed media pieces I'm currently doing actually as well. I'm just waiting for them to dry, then I can go back over them with a bit of chalk and charcoal. Oh, I really like that. I like the use of colours. As if, too much expression, tone it down. I like that. It's very much in your face. And I like things that are like that, but have enough balance with all the negative space bits and pieces. Half-term homework, collect images of Bath, Bristol, and any other town. Must have loved chalk and charcoal. See, art, inspiration. I feel like this project is very much mass producing work to try and figure out what's happening. I do the same kind of process. Oh, look at all that ink. I do the same process when I'm stuck. So there's always something I always go back to, which is my mixed media pieces that I do for ASMR, because I don't want to say they don't acquire a lot of thought, but it's more to do with composition. The idea behind it is just to make the composition good, and in doing that you're continuously turning the clogs, allowing yourself to have that break from thinking about the different artwork. And because you're relaxing as you're making it, sometimes things tick and twig and you go, oh my god, I can do that, and then you can go away and finish it. Whereas these aren't. These are more like collagey. I hope that makes sense. But, yeah, I got a lot of sketches. I still got a lot of these as well. That one was my favourite. They're very underrated, actually, my chalk and charcoal themes. It would be really lovely as hanging sculptures, so maybe made out of actual charcoal, like hanging, you know, someone did an exploding shed, I can't remember who it is, I think it's like Tracy Emin, I want to say, I'm not 100% sure if that's correct. She basically got a shed and got the army to blow it up, and she hung all the little pieces to make this beautiful installation piece, and I feel like that's what this is trying to convey. I think that's kind of the project that I would start back up on from that point onward, because I feel like I haven't had a resting piece for actually Berlin. I just kind of went into mixed media, and then, but it's not related to Berlin, so it's maybe one of those projects that I come back to and refigure out. Like a lot of things, like I've still gone back. This is why we have sketchbooks, because researching is constantly part of my, you know, it's just as important as the practical comparing to the theory, because yes, you want to be able to do practical, but you don't want to waste your practical time doing something that if you're not 100% sure, because there's no point in wasting materials or time, but you can do endless hours of research and it still be useful, because even if you can't find what you want, you've eliminated what you don't want, and that for me requires a lot of time. Like I've said this before, if I was working 5 days a week on this full time, that'd be amazing for a start, but I would probably dedicate to 2.5 days of just doing artist research and background research on particular subjects, and that wouldn't even include the art admin in terms of application forms, anything to do with email. And I'll probably only actually give myself 2 days of practical work. That wouldn't just be 2 days of solid work, it'll probably just be a mixture in between the lot, because art is very theory based, and I don't think like it's known for that. You kind of just think you sit down, you paint, you draw, you do everything, but no, it's not. There's actually quite a lot behind it, and I want people to know that, because you can't just, well, some people can just sit down and draw and paint, but that's boring. You want to do a subject, you want to do a project, you want to get that background information so you can create a masterpiece. Whew. Anyway, jumping back in to the sketchbook, we have some images of, which I believe is Cheltenham. Yeah, because that's the Primark there. Cheltenham Centre. And then we've got a little doodle. I can say doodle because it's my artwork. And then a large scale drawing. Okay, work is rather similar to what I'm currently photographing. Portraying. No, it's portraying. New in my drawing project. This is out of the first day. Compared this to how it actually nicely turned out. Marks are fully in your face and really interesting. And I've got, oh, so this is where I did a bit of welding. It was a very fun project, and you all got the chance to sign up to welding lessons, and we only did about an hour's worth, but it was so much fun. And actually not a lot of people turned up, which is a shame, but it was fun. I really enjoyed it, and I don't suppose if Ash is watching, thank you, Ash. Some more artist research. So artists in maps, very illustration based, isn't it? You can definitely tell it's London just by the shape of the river. That's A1 size paper. Very successful piece. The thick black line is what makes this stand out from. There are works I have completed. Use this approach. Cityscape or nerve endings, I have been told that they look like by my peers. Smudginess and directional lines are considered to be the most aesthetically pleasing feature. And got some more. Went to portrait, some more artist research. I think I went bigger with this. Yeah, I still remember this one. So this is a large scale drawing. I think it's, what's 2 lots of A1s together? I think it's A0, maybe. I don't think that A0 floats around very much in terms of the art world, but it was large. It was very big. It was a very big drawing, and I still got it at my parents' house. It don't have enough room in here to store it, because ideally I like my artworks to be not just sat on the floor, but actually hung and appreciated, because that's what they're there for. They've been made by me to be appreciated. Okay, that's the last one. So I remember that's been the last piece actually, and I think it was at the beginning of semester 3, so I think this carried on all the way down to semester 3, from semester 2 to semester 3. That's a lot of talking. Have you guys got any questions? If you have, please leave in the comment section below. I hope you liked this brief introduction into my sketchbooks. There are plenty more videos that I've done of my other sketchbooks. If you'd like to check them out, I'll leave a couple in the description box. I'll also leave in my description most of my social medias and also my eBay selling account, which you will find that I have all my artworks available to sell, as well as a couple of extras that I don't put onto my channel. And if you'd like to, there's also my PayPal donation page. If you'd like to make a donation, it would be greatly appreciated. And don't forget to subscribe if you can't do anything else, because I really do appreciate it. The fact that I'm getting closer and closer to the 1,000 subscribers, which is like the benchmark for where I can start earning from this, not just through art sales, but also as a functional, financial, secure way of me being able to get out of retail, because I want to be able to get out before I turn 28 this year. So that is my goal. If I achieve it, then it's fantastic. If not, I'll keep going, because this is something I'm here for the long run. I'm not just here to just pop up, make my money and leave. I'm definitely here for the long run, because it's part of my routine, and that routine keeps my anxiety at bay. So yeah, thanks again. I shall see you later. Bye.